Hello, hello, and welcome to Shelter. Shelter basically won the poll. It did win the poll. That's right. Yeah, I'm not recording this a few days in advance. I'm kind of excited. I've heard a lot about Shelter, and I have clicked to censor Dong because we're on YouTube. I don't know what censor text does. Does that just remove curse words? Because that seems a little weird. Uh, but you know what? I guess options like that are nice. You know, all the artwork I've seen is like you're in a tavern, I think. So, I didn't know it was in like a snowy environment. That's neat. I guess I'll just hit start. Ooh, that's a nice font. Oh no. Oh, love that border. Like actually though, like that looks really clean. I like it a lot. It reminds me a lot of back in high school in graphic design and shit, I always used the font Gil Sans cuz that's just like a font that I really liked. I'm a little sad the computer I have now doesn't have it and I'm too lazy to go download it again. But if I do, fuck, like all the text on the channel is going to be done in Gil Sans. I actually don't know how to install fonts. Never learned that. Maybe one day, guys. Maybe one day. Cold, endless white, as far as the eye can see. A few years ago, in the midst of all of it, we discovered something incredible. Unexplainable relics of an unknown past buried under the snow. Powerful magitech! We Final Fantasy VI? Magitech tools and fascinating structures we're struggling to understand. Ever since then, men from all around the continent have been gathering to uncover what's hidden here. Driven by curiosity and the promise of wealth, they put their lives on the line against the blizzards and the dangerous monsters living here, all in hopes to claim this land's treasure. There are monsters? They look like monsters to you? However, everything else we have found so far pales in comparison to our very first discovery. Our greatest treasure, that one that makes it all possible. Shelter, our new home. Ooh. In the midst of this cold, endless white, as far as the eye can see. What the fuck? I don't know why, but I kind of got the impression it was like more, I guess, fantasy. It's fine. We found warmth. Like, not sci-fi, but hey. It's fine. It's fine. Better even. Ah, woo, everyone! What? Okay. We're These are like the first two lines of dialogue. Like, early morning. Okay. With loud, lively shouts, a group of canine warriors enter the tavern. Oh, this lad's shirtless. Ooh, okay. Is this lad also shirtless? Okay. We're getting places. These lads are so cute. All of the tavern's patrons turn to look at the entrance, and they greet the newcomers and cheerful barks and howls. With cheerful barks and howls. What a wonderful surprise. It's always a great occasion to celebrate when people manage to come back from their expedition on their dangerous freezing wasteland on the dangerous freezing wasteland outside, yes. Oh, Bigu. Oh, in front of the group stands a big Tosa Inu dog. Tweak? Wait, Teak? Teak? Is that how that's pronounced? Wearing a thick winter coat and with a big backpack on his back, he laughs in high spirits.
Oh, it's so great to be able to smell all these scents again. I miss you all, you stinky bastards. It was nothing but snow and wind outside for weeks. And monsters!
Oh, this lad's cute too. What?
But, that's not that's not all you found. Right, little Teak?
From a seat a few tables away, a big husky waves at Teak, the traveler.
Chief Rune! Come, drink with me. Tell me all about your trip.
With a wide smile on his face and vigorously wagging his tail. He does wag his tail. I can just see it. Teak the traveler hurries to the husky's table. I really like this this font. I'm loving this. I kind of wish there was still like some backing to it, because this makes me almost afraid like the text would disappear behind certain things or like blend in too much. So maybe a drop shadow would have been nice, but maybe that wouldn't work. I don't. But the thick lines even match like the. Oh, this is good work. I like this a lot. He's so excited that he bumps a few other dogs on his way with his backpack. One of them, a middle-aged terrier, spills his ale on himself.
Hey, watch it, mutt.
Teak turns to the other dog and gives an intimidating stare with a nasty growl. He is the biggest and the scariest dog in the room.
You got a problem.
The poor terrier puts his ears down, flat, and leans away, terrified.
I mean, you could be a little more. Speak up. That's not what I heard you say. Teak, no fighting in the tavern. Leave that for the training grounds. Spare the man's life, like a good boy, and sit down. Come on, buddy. Come here.
Teak gives the terrier a stink eye with a quiet growl before he continues walking towards the husky. He takes his backpack off, sits it down on the floor by the bench, and sits down. His expression brightens up and his tail wags again as soon as he looks at Rune, the husky. Oh, okay, so they're doing this kind of thing. I don't know which game franchise popularized this, but I remember seeing it a lot in like the Tales games, and probably the funniest one for me is like they do this kind of shit in like Gen 5 of Pokemon, and I miss that. I kind of wish they would bring that back.
Chief! Look at you. I see that everyone from the pack came back in time. That's amazing. Told you it would be fine. Yes, and it's all thanks to you, Chief. The sword fighting lessons in these past few months have made all the difference. That saved my life when I got separated from my pack. A monster attacked me. But it was alone as well, so I managed to fend it off, all on my own. Really? All on your own? Duh, that's so nice. Our puppy is growing so fast. I knew you would do great out there.
Rune leans over the table and pets the huge dog's head. There's so much natural pride in that gesture. Wait, mutual? Mutual pride, okay.
I could only do it so well because you taught me well, Chief. And because I knew I had a place to come back to. Still, I wish you could be out there with us. I know you do, Teak, but I'm not going anywhere. My place is here at shelter. A huge tin can full of dogs won't keep order on its own, right? Besides, I really I don't care about the outside. I'm happy here. If you want to see my handsome face, you just have to come back here safely every time.
He's got tongue. He says that. As he says that, Rune leans over the table yet again and and boops Teak's snoot. Both of them wag. How is it possible for two scar-faced beefcakes to be so adorable?
I know, Chief. That's why I brought some gifts. We found a lot of stuff. No, I want you to have something.
Oh? Teak opens his bag and rummages through its contents. It takes some time, and he gets increasingly frustrated as he takes out more and more items and sits on the table. A sharpening stone, a flint, 2 spare torches, and then a bunch of relics. A knife with teeth on the one side of the blade. A small cylindrical box with a display. A confusing, long, intricate stick. So they don't know what a gun is. Okay. Everything made of metal.
Yeah, I'm sure I had it here. I know I had it with me yesterday. What the hell?
He slams the table with his fist, making Rune's mug of ale bounce up half a foot high. The husky grabs it in midair with inhuman precision, swings it in an arc, catching all of the liquid back in its container before it splashes on the table. Then, yet another thing lands on the table, right in front of Teak. A bowl of steaming hot meat stew. Oh, who's this lad?
Is this perhaps, what you are looking for? Bury, sir! Is this just some leftovers on the house? We're glad to see you back. I love leftovers. It's my favorite. Then eat up. I'll get some, for the rest of your pack, too. Wait, Bury! Sir, please. I have something for you, too. Oh?
Teak grabs the knife at the edge by the edge and presents the handle end to to Bury, the Saint Bernard dog.
I found this knife. It's in really good condition. That's a really good knife, Teak. Are you sure? I can smell some kind of magic on it. I think it would, do more good in your hands, on your trip side. No, not at all. I want you to have it. Your delicious cooking is one of the things I look forward to the most when I'm on my way back to the shelter. That's something we can't have anywhere else in the world, and that's what gives us strength to push through the cold and come back every time. It's our oasis in the snow. If you really have no need for it, I understand. But if you can use it to make even more delicious food, then take it, please.
Clearly, deep in thought, Bury stares at Teak, holding the magic blade, with a face full of anticipation. The Saint Bernard opens his mouth to say something, but then he stops himself. He sighs and smiles instead.
Of course I'll use it. This is a wonderful gift, Teak. Thank you. You are such a good boy.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done eating, and I'll get you seconds, okay?
All the dogs wagging their tails. Bury takes the knife and ruffles the top of Teak's head with fondness while Rune sips from his mug with a wide grin. 3 of the biggest dogs at the tavern together, showing affection and wagging with so much happiness. This is the kind of sight you can only witness here in Shelter. So adorable. Big dogs are the best. Eventually, Bury leaves to tend to the other travelers, and that leaves Teak with the still grinning Rune.
One of the things you look forward to, huh? I wonder. What could be the one thing you look forward to the most? Teak? Chief, what are you? Something, or someone. Don't worry about any gift for me. Most importantly, have you brought anything for him? Yeah, that weird, beeping instrument here. But, I'm, waiting and, late until, for, Skies, That's great. He's right there, talking with your, packmates. Hey, Max! Max! Come here! Chief, no!
Teak tries to stop Rune from shouting, but he's too late. Max the... Dotschrud? Dotschrud? Is already on his way, towards their table. Poor Teak. He looks like he's about to cry. With panic in his eyes, he first stares at the table with his packmates, then at Rune's face. All the while, the husky wags, clearly proud of himself.
You really shouldn't have.
Oh, that's a good face.
You can thank me later. Now, work your charm, floppy ears. You got this.
Oh, Teak, welcome back. A short, I don't know how this is pronounced. I'll be honest, guys. I just don't. With a lute on his back, approaches Teak and Rune's table. Compared to Rune, Teak, and Bury, Max is a much smaller dog. Still, he greets them with confidence and familiarity.
Hey, Max. Thanks,
I heard a lot about you. Your pack's been telling me all about your trip.
Huh. Yeah. Wait, what did they tell you exactly?
Teak tries to keep a smile on, but there's a noticeable nerve twitching on his face. Is he worried about something? Well, like, they praise you a lot. You become more cooperative. You communicate with your packmates, and you can reach compromises together. And you actually treat the other dogs with care and kindness. Teak's expression brightens up, and his chest relaxes in a sigh of relief.
I see.
At least most of the time. Because I also heard how you separated from them over a petty fight and almost got everyone killed. They had to fend off a monster attack without you, their strongest fighter. Okay. Duke lost all of his loot and equipment, and Cooper got bitten 3 times. He lost half of his tail. The big dog's smile droops instantly. His eye twitches, and he gulps audibly. He tries to reply, but he looks away and stays silent. But then you returned and helped everyone. You shared your equipment with Duke and carried Cooper on your back all the way back to shelter. And most importantly, you apologized. That doesn't make up for putting them in danger in the first place, but it takes a big heart and a lot of confidence to voice out remorse. They want to give you another chance, and they like having you around. Max wags his tail, and he presents his clenched fist to Teak. I'm proud of you, Teak. I always knew you were a good boy. Teak looks up with a renewed sparkle in his eyes. He smiles and bumps Max's tiny fist with his massive gloved one gently. Okay.
Thank you. That means a lot, coming from you. You know, Teak has a gift for you, Max. You two should really hook up.
What? A gift? Really?
Yeah. I wanted to wait for Skies Ablaze tonight to give it to you. That's why we hurried back here today. But I guess now's as good a time as any.
Teak grabs another one of the relics off the table. This time, it's the cylindrical box with a display. He huffs at it a couple times and wipes his sleeves to make it shine. Then he offers it to Max.
It's just a piece of junk. Nothing much. But I hope you like it.
Max stares at it for a moment, and then gets a hold of it gently. He looks it over from side to side. It's really pretty. What does it do?
See these little nubs? Press this one, or any of these. Look.
It plays notes. Huh. Oh, wow. It makes sounds like the displays by the doors or around shelter. But this is portable. Okay. Max is having a blast mashing the buttons of his new toy, and Tiki inevitably evidently enjoys watching him. The big dog wags, and a smile full of pride is plastered over his muzzle.
You like it?
Teak, this is amazing. This is an instrument of the ancients. Max puts the box down on the table and gives Teak a big hug, or at least as big as he can. Even with wide open arms, he can barely reach over both of Teak's shoulders. But Teak, I don't have anything to give you back.
It's okay. You've been helping me so much. You fixed all of the stuff and that I broke in the past, like that chair and those two doors. And I love your songs. You are the only one who can play music here. You should have it. If you can make more beautiful music with this new instrument, then it's going to make everyone at Shelter happy. Just like Burry's cooking. You are an amazing musician, and I want to see your talent bloom.
Max stands with his arms crossed and laughs with a little blush. Oh, no, I'm nowhere near amazing yet. I'm barely a beginner, and I'm not humble bragging. I really am. I'm only dexterous with my hands because I grew up with cats. I'm still learning actual music.
Well, I like it. I've been humming your melodies during the work trip.
Really? Teak? Well, before you set off to your next trip out, come find me in my room next time. Anytime. I can play for you. How's that for a payback? Teak freezes for a moment, then laughs nervously and tugs at the collar of his thick coat.
Huh. Oh boy. Is it just me or is it hot in here? Of course it is. It's Shelter. It's always warm here.
Warmed up by the power of everyone's hearts.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna...
The big dog takes off his gloves in a hurry and starts unbuttoning his coat. After a moment, everyone's graced with the sight of his powerful musculature. Oh boy.
Much better.
Oh no, Teak! You're wounded.
This is nothing. You should have seen me in the fight. The puny monster tried to have a taste of my iron muscles, but instead I fed it a mouthful of my iron.
Steel?
Yeah, my steel! So, Max, how about you sit down with me and I can tell you about every... Hey!
The big dog pats at the spot of the bench beside him, but he gets interrupted by the old blue healer leaning between him and Max to examine the relic on the table.
Hey,
Thistle?
Sir, go away!
Burry said,
you're giving away stuff. Where's my gift? Why do you assume I brought you anything, you crazy old dog fart?
Okay. Thistle, the short-haired blue healer dog, raises his wooden walking cane and bonks Teak on the head of his on the top of his head, making a dull sound. The pain doesn't make Teak flinch, but there is anger rising in his eyes. His chest heaves and he lets out a growl rumble. in his throat. In the meantime, Rune takes the opportunity to snatch Max's new toy to play with it himself. Seriously, Rune?
That's not the way you speak to your elders, pup.
Thistle leans towards Teek's face, so close that their snoots are almost touching. That reckless geezer, he's going to get his whole head bitten off.
And don't pretend you didn't bring me anything. I know you did. You like me.
Thistle winks with a smile and puts his head on the top of Teek's head to pet the spot he just hit. Teek's expression slowly melts down from fury into just a glare of annoyance and disgust. He takes another relic from the table and shoves it into god damn it, Thistle's. This is a name that's hard for me. Hand. It's a long, intricate metal pole with a bunch of confusing parts. Thistle looks it over from all sides, fascinated.
What could it be? It's, oh, I know what it is. It has the perfect length and a firm handle. It's a walking cane. Yes, but that's not all. You see its weird tube on the side. Try looking through it. No, the other end. Here, look. I got it. Holy moly. It enlarges things. Inconceivable.
With his new walking cane awkwardly nestled under his shoulder, the old man looks around the tavern through the tube on the side of the cane. He laughs like a child while pointing at the faces of dogs around him. Fire! Fire! Do it, old man.
Chief, I can count your whiskers. That's cool, but get it off my face. I wonder what this part does.
Thistle puts his hands on the awkward curved trigger placed on the other side of the tool. Still aiming at Rune's face, he pulls the trigger. But nothing happens.
Oh, that does nothing. But you can twist those these bits of the tube to make things appear smaller or larger. I see. Silly ancients. A looking glass on a walking cane. Who would have thought? They really were a bunch of mad geniuses, weren't they?
You're having fun with this thing, huh?
I don't know how attached you are to your old wooden cane. It's probably an item of sentimental value, but still. No. You can have that piece of junk. This is much better.
Thistle takes his new walking cane on the ground and poses with it. Weirdly, it suits him, I think.
Max, look, listen.
Wow, it's playing it on its own. How did you do that?
I just pushed a bunch of these, nubs at random. If you figure it out, you can probably make it play all kinds of different notes.
It plays at perfectly even intervals. This is going to be so useful when I practice my sense of rhythm.
This is amazing. Max, you can add this instrument to your song.
Yeah, I'm already getting some ideas. Let's see. Max takes his guitar off his back and starts trying some random chords and melodies. At first, nothing seems to fit, but with some more experimentation, he manages to harmonize his playing with the monotonous beeping of the box. All the while, Teek is staring at him, fascinated. Both of them are taking so much happiness out of that little gizmo. Finally, Max stops and puts his guitar back on his back. I love it. I'm going to have so much fun with it. Thank you again, Teek.
I hope you would like it.
Of course I do. This is amazing. So, Rune, how do you make it go quiet again?
Let's see.
Max takes the box and starts pushing the buttons, one after the other. It looks like he does it at random again. After a while, he gives up and puts it back on the table.
I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. That's your field, Max. You better find a way, or it's going to drive everyone insane. Max, you have the best nose in the whole shelter. Can't you figure it out?
I mean, yeah, I can smell mana on it. A few different types of it. Definitely feline. This one, that's a... wait. Ungulate? Undulate, yeah. Maybe? But that's all I can tell. I can't actually read the display. Only the humans can.
The humans? We should ask Luke then. I still haven't, got you your drink anyway, Teak. No need to call the human. We can figure it out on our own. He's probably busy anyhow. Nonsense. He's been standing behind the bar, polishing the same mug for 10 minutes, and staring at us like a creep. He always does.
Thistle waves at me with a cheerful grin. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll end this part here, I think. So I'll see you all around.